Hello there and welcome to what should be a tasty Tuesday but is actually a Wednesday. The reason we're a day late is because today is St Patrick's Day, and in order to celebrate that I've put together a recipe using Guinness and chocolate. What's not to love? I'd also like to wish my wonderful mum a happy birthday today. She's miles away from me and I've not seen her for a year, so looking forward to seeing you again soon, Mum. And when I do, I promise you I'll make this because you'll like it. So anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to head over, we'll have a look at the ingredients and then we'll get started. So as you can see on the table here, starting over in here with the good stuff, we've got 200 grams of 70, well at least 70, this is 72% cocoa chocolate. This is dark chocolate. You can use milk chocolate, but it works better this way. So that's the chocolate. What I've done is I've broken it up because we're going to be melting this bad boy down. And here's the ingredients for the St Patrick's Day. Guinness. There's 90 millilitres of Guinness in that glass. That will go into the mix. Over here we have 90 grams of golden caster sugar, I beg your pardon. We have 4 ramekins. These are essential and they will be served in the ramekins. And in 3 of those ramekins, we have a large egg. So that's 3 large eggs. Over here, I've got 150 grams of butter that I've already cubed. So that's that. And then finally, just for a bit of garnish, if you like, and to finish it off, spray cream. I love spray cream, it's a wonderful invention. So the recipe today is in 2 stages. We create it and put it into the ramekins, then it has to go into the fridge for an hour to cool down. Then when it's cooled down for an hour, it goes into the oven for a few minutes and it's heated up. So this is something that we're actually going to serve hot. So it's a hot, gooey, chocolatey pudding, hopefully. So let's start with the mix, get the preparation done, then we can shove it in the fridge and go from there, okay? What I've done now is I've put the kettle on to boil. There's Keepo. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Yeah. Right, so what we've got over here in a saucepan is the chocolate broken up. And into that in a minute, I'm going to put the butter and I'm going to put the hot water here and we're going to melt the chocolate, which is a great job, I love doing. So come back when the kettle's boiled. The kettle's boiled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add now the butter to the chocolate. So we just put that in there like that. Mix them all together. There we go. Get the butter in there. And then I forgot to mention earlier on, but we're actually going to put a pinch of salt in there as well. And then we put the boiling water to the side, not in the chocolate. Careful not to get any in the chocolate at this point. Not what you want to do. So we put that in there, like so. And then we'll throw some heat under that and get that up to a rolling boil. Now you will need to keep stirring this while it's going, so let's just help it along. So you can see the butter starting to melt there, and also the chocolate. You need to keep an eye, don't let your water boil up so it starts splashing and you're getting water into your chocolate mix. That's not what you want, so try and control the heat to keep it on a rolling boil, a bit like that. It does help to keep this moving. Makes me want to buy one of those chocolate fountains, this does. That is just a bowl of gooey loveliness. Right, now when that's done, like that, and runny, take it off the heat and just leave it to one side to cool, and let's go over to the mixer and we'll start the rest of the process. So the next stage is we're going to crack the eggs, which we have here. These are large eggs, as you can see, they're a decent size. We're going to crack those into here. There goes one. Here's another one. 3. And then into that we're also going to add the sugar, like that. And then that goes into the mixer. Today I'm not going to use the K-beater, I'm going to use the whisk, because we want to actually whisk this up. Drop that down. This will get a bit noisy, but here we go. And then we just whisk that up. We want that to double in volume, basically. So let's get that going. That then whisks up. Shouldn't take long. You want it so that it leaves fluffy peaks. Now we add the Guinness. There, that'll do. The next stage is we take the chocolate, and what we're going to do is we're going to stir that into this mix here. Gently fold it in. There we go. Like that. Take your time, let it run in the mixture. When I was a kid and my mum was baking, I was forever hanging around in the kitchen waiting to see if I could lick the bowl. And in the days of wooden spoons, there were always bowls to lick. But then they invented these damn things that we're using now, these silicone ones, and they completely stripped the bowl of everything. There was nothing left to lick afterwards. So as a kid, they were bad, but now I'm cooking with them, they're good. Just continue to gently stir that into the mixture. Now, what we need to do now, what I've done is I've buttered these 4 ramekins here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to just stir some mixture into each one, like this. There we go. Now, it's at this stage, these have to go into the fridge. We now have to wait an hour. So I'll see you in an hour's time. The chocolate puddings have had an hour in the fridge, and they are now sitting on the side here. And what we're going to do now is I've heated the oven up to gas mark 6, which is about 180 degrees or 200 degrees C. I've got an oven sheet in there, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the oven sheet out, and which is hot. I'm going to put these onto it, and then they go into the oven for 18 minutes till they're cooked. I'm only cooking 2 because there's only me here, and it just seems pointless cooking a load of them and then just not eating them. So you can leave this in the fridge and then just bring it out later to cook it when it's ready. So I should do that tomorrow and offer it to some other people to taste, because if I eat all these, I'm going to be 16 stone by the end of the week, and I do not want that. So let's get the oven tray out. Let's get these into the oven and cooking, shall we? Without any further ado, we'll put one on there. We'll put another one there, and then that can go in the oven. So they are now in the oven, and there's nothing to do for another 18 minutes. So I will see you at the end. One good thing about this recipe is it only uses a small amount of Guinness, so you do get to drink what's left. Cheers, everybody. You're back after 18 minutes. It's time to have a look in the oven and see what's happening. Okay, so these have now been out of the oven for about a minute, just to cool down for a little bit. It is normal for them to sink in the middle. There's the squirty cream going on. There's an important job to be done now. Now comes the bit I enjoy. Faffing around done. They're out the oven. Let's see what they taste like. Ooh, look at that. See the steam coming off that? No words. I'm just going to have another slice. There's just a slight hint of Guinness in the background. It's very subtle, but it's gorgeous. You've really got to promise yourself you're going to make this. This is just absolute chocolate heaven. I hope you've enjoyed this St Patrick's Day cook up in the kitchen. I hope you enjoyed the Guinness. Have a great St Patrick's Day. Look forward to seeing you next time I do one. And one more time, I'd just like to say to my wonderful mum, happy birthday, Mum. Bye.